Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing a project using a card sketch. This is the card sketch. It's from a challenge over on Stamping for All, and it was set by Amanda from Scrimping Mummy. That's my front door. You run all the way downstairs because you're excited because you're expecting a delivery from Stampin' Up, and it wasn't that at all. Something inconsequential and boring. Never mind. So this is the card sketch, and I am going to be using the All My Love suite. So this is in the Spring Summer catalogue, and I'm going to be using some of the DSP and some coordinating elements. So here's the DSP. I can leave that there so I can read out. So we've got a bit of balmy blue in there. We've got some crumb cake, flirty flamingo, lovely lipstick, soft sea foam, and whisper white. So I've been using it. So this is the floral side. If you watch me, you'll know that. Oh my days! And then my phone went. Goodness me. Right, not quite sure I am. So yeah, this is the floral side. And then flip it over and you've got a plainer side. Well, that one's still floral, isn't it, really? But these ones are a bit plainer, and then we've got a couple with hearts on. So I thought I'd get it used, and the reason why I thought I'd get it used, I did actually quite like this one with a bit of crumb cake in it. And I have some notebooks. I had covered them before I got really good at what I was doing, and it was a bit rubbish. I've peeled it off to redo it. So I've done one already that I've peeled off using this suite, and I was just sort of in the midst of designing another one for this when the card sketch came out, and I thought, well, I was kind of cutting things out a little bit like some of the bits in the card sketch, and I thought, well, I'll just follow the card sketch to do this one. Okay, I've got the ribbon that's in the set as well. So it's a duo pack, and so you've got lovely lipstick and flirty flamingo, and that's really quite delicate and pretty and a little bit see-through. So I quite like that. I like thin ribbon, and then this one's a bit bolder and in your face, and I really like the stitching on the end. And then you get these little droplet hearts, and I've got the lovely lipstick dark blend, and so I tried colouring it in to see what effect we might get by colouring the heart in. So might use those. Okay, and obviously I've got the cardstock. I don't have the stamp set or the dies, but I've got enough. So let's get on and get this covered. Now, it was originally covered with a tag going down there, so I'm going to be doing that again. So I've cut out some bits. I've pulled in the doily. I might use that. So I've cut out and I've done some tagging with the triple banner punch, and I was sort of layering these up thinking, oh, what shall I do? And I kind of did that, and I went, oh, that's the card sketch. So that's what sort of led me to do this, because it's similar. So I'm going to keep that relatively near me so I can keep referring to it. All right. So because there's a big circle, I'm gonna do a bit of stamping, because I want to use what I like to use is the 2-inch circle and the starburst. And would you believe I've not got the starburst out? I looked at it, and I need whisper white, don't I? Goodness me. So, and I'm going to stamp with lovely lipstick, and I've mounted my stamp, and I've decided I'm going to use the Life is a Beautiful Thing on the front of Colourful Seasons. So I just thought, if it's going to be a notebook that you want something nice and jolly, I often do just a note or something like that, but I wanted something bigger, so I thought, oh, I need to look at my bigger sentiments, and actually having this on your notepad's really nice. And you could maybe use it for lovely, use it for you know, maybe recording happy events or whatever. So get that. You always find with photopolymer that if you're using pinks and purples and whatever, it does stain quite badly, but it doesn't affect the stamping at all. So I'm cutting that out with the 2-inch punch, and it does just fit in there. Might go a little bit over that way. And then we want to come in with the Starburst punch. And I just think this is just such a wonderful combination for sentiment. I use it a lot because it's also really, really quick, and that will layer beautifully like that. I think I will just glue that together now, and then it's done. There we go. And I was thinking that I might put that behind it, but we'll see as I'm putting everything together. So now a few things have fallen on top of my card sketch. So I can move the elastic out the way. I'm going to be using some of the bits that I've already cut out. So I thought about that to come down there, and that will nicely cover up what I've done. I had stamped it in a retired stamp that was like a page from a notepad. I really liked that. I've still got it because I just think for scrapbooking it was an amazing stamp. There's a bit of sticky still on there. So that's going to go down there, and then we want another square for next to it. Now I had cut this, but I think I need a square, so I'm going to actually cut a bit of this to be in a different orientation for it. So let me get my trimmer. Oh, managed to. So let's see, that is 5 inches. I think I might make it 3.5 inches and about 2.5 inches wide. Oh, that's the scorer. So we'll go down to about 9 centimetres there. Go to 3.5, and then we're cutting up to there. So I want that to go over that like so. And I might have that going across. So we need a bit more matting, and I need to flag that. But I think that does need a little bit of matting there. it look like matted in Whisper White? No? Do you know? Might make that a bit thicker or this one a bit thinner. I think that's too much of a margin. I might leave it. So we want to mat this. I've forgotten already what we've got, 9 centimetres by 6.5. So I might thinking I might be able to have done that, but I can't. So we'll get another sheet out. So it was 3.5, so we'll go up to 3.25. Oh, that's a square. What a wally. Two and a half, so we want to go to 2 3/4. There, I've got that like that. We've got our circle, and then we want a little bit poking out from underneath. So we want it to be on this one, I think. So I'll flag the end of that one. It's a little bit smaller than the inch, so we'll centre it. Have that coming like that. Or should I just stick to this? No, I might then put a bit of ribbon around there. Still think that needs to be a bit thinner. So what I'm going to do is trim a bit off each side. So it is 2 inches, so I'm going to go to take 1/8 of an inch off that side. And 1/8 of an inch off that side. I think I moved slightly. There. How is that now looking? Much better. So I need to take, well, I could leave it actually with the border all the way around. That'll do me. So we've got that. That. Yeah, so that all our borders are kind of matching up. And I'll put a bit of ribbon behind there. Or I might see what that colour flag would look like. So let's cut an inch strip. And flag it. I think I prefer that. That's what I like. Right, so let's start gluing this together. Did you hear my brain working there? Right, so let's... So there we have it. So you can compare it with the card sketch. So that's the card sketch. Can you see that? Probably got light shining down there on it. And that's me little notepad. Like it. It's got a little bit of a piece of elastic which is black, which hints a grape, but there we go. So that's 2 different ones. Wonder which one you like best. Why don't you let me know? Okay, all the details will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, and there'll be a link to the Stamping for All Facebook page as well if you want to pop over and join in our challenges. We have 2 a week. Okay, see you again soon.